Hello, friends. This is Abraham Joseph Ajenifuja. How are you doing? And how are you feeling? Truly, how are you feeling? Have you had time to even process that today? In the midst of all the busyness, have you been able to process how you're feeling? And is it reflecting in how you are doing? Because we are not just human doings, but we are also human beings. So we have feelings, and it's good to be in touch with that feeling. And if the feeling is that of longing to be better, to be more at peace, but it's not reflecting the way we are living, then there's a problem with that. There's a challenge with that. And hopefully today, I'm going to help us, close that gap a little bit and create some kind of abundance. And I'm speaking to all of us, who are leaders in any capacity, leaders of 2 or 3 or 4 or millions. We have the same responsibility because we are serving at the pleasure of God. Whether we are selected or not, whether we are appointed or not, whether we are elected or not, there is a transfer of power, authority to that leader at the moment that leader assumes that position. Because all those things are happening before the face of God. God who does not sleep, who does not slumber, who is present everywhere at all times, who sees all things and knows all things, and nothing is hidden from his sight. So we need to know that, all of us, especially leaders, we need to know that because we are serving at the pleasure of God. Today I want to talk about significance. How do we conduct ourselves as leaders? Because the world is filled with people, in all levels of life, who feel a need to project a kind of image about ourselves to show that we have value. And that value, we place it in self-significance. And it's a challenge for leaders because we come from among the people. So we have that nature of wanting to be self-significant. I'm forgetting that God is the one who has placed us there, and we want to be God significant. Whether you're Christian, whether you're Muslim, whether you're black, whether you're white, no matter what unique variety we are, the same thing applies to all leaders. That once we assume that role of leadership, then we must behave differently from the people we are leading, and especially in the area of significance. Because today you have many leaders who get their significance in how better they are than other leaders or other people. And so they project that image of self-significance. They have that fragrance, they have that aura. You can detect it in the way they speak. Even if they want to deny it, their speech and their faces will betray them. Okay? And so leaders have to be, very cognizant of that, because we are going to be leading for a certain period of time, and in that time we are to fulfill the purpose for which God has placed us there. It is about God's expressing the beauty of His glory in the world. God created the world for Himself, for His own good pleasure. Before anything was created, God was, God is, and God will always be. Because there was a time there were nobody on the face of the earth. There was no institution, no marriage, no family, no schools, no businesses, nothing, absolutely nothing, until God created them. And when He created them, He wanted them to reflect the beauty of His glory. And so He created man to do that. And so leaders, we are to find a way through God's wisdom, relying on God's wisdom, to know how to do that. How to make the world a better place to live. How to make our organization a better place to live. A better place to work. Okay? That is where we get our significance from doing what God has given us to do. That's why, to be a leader, we are serving at the pleasure of God, and we are serving with a servant heart. We don't seek significance from the people. It only takes, people appealing to that self-significance part of our nature, and they do it consistently. And the leader who is weak, who is not aligned with God's vision, God's intent, and God's purpose, can fall into that. It is a difference between, the leader soaring or the leader plummeting. And we have seen leaders who started very well, with good intention, loves God, but they took their eyes away from God and became self-significant in themselves, and they start plummeting. And when that happens, it affects the organization. It affects individuals in the organization. It affects, concentric circles of communities. So we just don't know to what extent that effect is. So it's so important to be aligned with God's vision, God's intent, and God's purpose. And that's where the name of this broadcast came from. VIP, God, voice of the VIP, speaking life into the leaders, encouraging the leader to be significant, not in themselves, but in the work that God has given them to do. Because God wants the leader to be successful, exceedingly abundantly beyond what the leader even hopes or thinks. Because other leaders have done their part, rightly or wrongly. Once we assume that role in that generation, we have to solve problems and create, a better environment than we receive from the prior leaders, and create a better environment for the next leaders, for the next generation. God is counting on us leaders to do that. And that's what we do here at the Voice of VIP, Peace Prophet LLC. Please check us out at www.abrahamjoseph.co and check out opportunities for speaking engagement or coaching engagement. And check out our books and materials, audio books, and things like that. Until next time, my friends, may you have a VIP day. Thank you.